What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Couch Potato. I'm the Couch Potato.
And I'm Sweet Potato.
And shout out to our subscriber, Angel Wood. She's the one that put us on this show.
Yeah.
Snowfall. We practically binge watched the whole season. Well, not practically. We did binge watch the whole season this week. So to make sure we were caught up, it was like we stated before. This is a show that we had already heard about.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of good things. I've seen a lot of good tweets, posts on Facebook and stuff like that. I just never took the time to watch it.
Yeah.
It's just like we already watch a lot of shows and a lot of movies. We go to the movies almost every week, basically. I know we haven't been doing the reviews, but we will get back to them. It's been taking, having a lot of things to touch on. But yeah, we're gonna start reviewing this every week as well for you guys. If you like our videos, give this a thumb up and drop a comment down below. All our best comments, we're gonna start posting them at the end of our videos and just going over good theories and things like that, and just some of y'all comments. We're gonna get into this review. First, I like Franklin. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Franklin is very smooth. The only thing about like his name is like whenever I hear Franklin, I think about every time I think about Franklin, I think about the little turtle. Hey, it's Franklin. That's what I think about every time I hear his name.
I didn't watch that when I was little. I know what you're talking about, but I didn't watch it.
We had cable growing up.
You trying to say I didn't have cable?
But I feel like if you had cable and you had like the kids Nickelodeon,
Nick Jr. I know what Franklin
and
is,
they had
and I don't care.
Face. I think that was his name. Face. It was just a
the
face.
Orange face.
He had different colors.
Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, I think that they, it's a lot of different pieces that's woven into the story. The first season, it was a little slow, but it took its time weaving everybody together, and it didn't just make everybody have to be in a room all the time.
Yeah,
everybody had
like
their
they're
own
still working their way to bring these three sets of people together. So we have a little bit of crossover.
Yeah, they cross over, but they're not like intertwined all the time.
Right.
So we do see a little bit more. Well, not a little bit more, but we are seeing more crossovers start to happen, and more people having to deal with each other. So just kind of jumping on in. It's 4 months since the last season, the season finale last season, and I mean, basically, is the crack epidemic is beginning. So it's well into the beginning stages where Franklin has enough. He literally has like a room full of money.
Right, and I was like, after 4 months, like that's insane. Any type of drug that you can turn it around that fast, like I'm always surprised. Now something from the last season that got me, which to me led into what we know in history as what the crack epidemic is the fact that his uncle said that you can't sell in other neighborhoods or you can't go sell to white people because you black and you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, and if something go down, they're going to blame the black kid. So you got to sell to other black people. And that's something that I always say about like the drug game is like, why do you sell in your own community where you live? Like, I never understood that. And I get what his uncle was saying, but if you think about historically what the crack epidemic is, how many people died, how many people in the jail, blah, 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 it's like, you really couldn't go sell somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And you had to destroy your own community. But whatever.
The only thing I can say is just like what was kind of spoken today. I mean, with the way it goes, it's going to happen one way or another. So
I mean, I feel like when you're a drug dealer, at some point, it's going to come to your front door anyway.
Yeah, so...
And this episode it did.
Yeah. So from there, I mean, basically, we see that, life is like, they're living more of a drug dealer's lifestyle now, all of them. So their whole little crew, now they even have a bodyguard. Shout out to D-Ray.
D-Ray getting this money, okay.
And, they turn Franklin's uncle house into. I mean, they have their trap where they go and cook,
right?
But they turn.
And Franklin's living with the uncle now.
Yeah, like
his mama is not having it. Meanwhile,
right.
she thinks he still sell weed, which
right.
just blows my mind.
The daughter of the police officer that was living next door. She's not allowed to talk to Franklin like that anymore because her dad has heard some things about him.
Right. So his name getting a little buzz in the streets, but not in a good way. And I don't know. It's kind of like Franklin and his crew. I feel like they're gonna have more of an incline before the real dissension happens.
Yeah, they haven't hit like kind of like in Paid in Full. They haven't hit their peak to like hit that rock bottom.
Exactly. Like they haven't been high enough to come down low.
Right.
But the bigger issue that happened in the episode,
the big turnaround is that his plug gets arrested.
Right.
The feds raid their house, and they narrowly escape. Well, Franklin escapes, but Leon gets caught by one police officer. Franklin and his uncle then go and lawyer up, to get him out. They bail him out, but the guy that was at the lawyer's office, Biscuit, which is always like a weird,
weird
nickname.
Hood name. Like,
yeah, that's a weird nickname. Like that. This has been like the year of like weird hood names. We got Lala, Biscuit.
The names that don't seem hard.
Yeah, like
yeah.
So Biscuit later on tries to rob the house. Of course. And after he kind of like get an idea of what they do and that they have money. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they go and try to rob the house, and D-Ray catches 2 bodies.
Yep.
So that was D-Ray's big scene. I'm happy for D-Ray. I'm glad to see he's getting some television roles. But I think it's weird seeing D-Ray play another gangster. Like he played a gangster in Empire.
I mean, at least he's the silent type in this one thus far.
Yeah, he got no jokes and shit.
Right. So if he stays that course, he could become a fan favorite.
Honestly, well, let me just wrap up at the end for Franklin. We like to do like character by character.
Which this show is already set.
Yeah, it's already doing that. So,
yeah.
After they bail out and the whole issue, Franklin goes for a little drive.
Right.
Like they pretty much say they're gonna go to Boston and try to get some more keys.
Not Boston, Oakland.
Oakland.
Boston is smooth across the country.
Well, I I thought about Boston. I don't know why. My bad. They thought about driving to Oakland, which is what they did last season.
Right, which is where he got the crack from because of RZA.
Yeah.
Last season.
So that they were going to go and try to get another connect out there, and Teddy so happens to T-bone him,
right,
tase him, and just snatch him out the car. And that's how they end the episode.
Right.
So moving on, since we're on Teddy.
Yes.
Teddy. At the end of last season, Teddy kills his partner because his partner is obviously doing a little bit more than he needs to be doing. And
his partner was doing
he was wilding. So he went ahead and got that over with, so he wouldn't have to deal with a wild partner that could potentially kill him. I feel like that's what it mostly was. Like, I know if you're capable of doing this, you might turn around and just kill me.
Right.
Just cause. And the people that were buying from you. They weren't buying from us. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, once that type of thing happens, that's why he went on ahead and did it. So, he's been looking for a new pilot. And also, because of Ronald Reagan, they need $3 million. Wasn't it $3 million?
It was a lot more. It was like $23 million.
Well, something like that. And it was a whole lot of money, and it was like,
I can get it. That's only $3 million more than last year.
Yeah.
But the guy was like, no. The Senate or whoever,
they're not going to approve
it.
So he needed to pay out of drug money. So
pretty much.
Yeah, and the thing that was hurting him is he didn't have nobody to sell the keys to at the moment. Mm-hmm. So that was his whole thing. But we found out that he has been doing surveillance on Franklin, or somebody else has been doing really good surveillance on Franklin. They've been keeping tabs.
Well, it wasn't him because he got it from somebody.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Whoever was
and
doing.
Also, they had to file on Leon and
all
Franklin's
the people in the Israeli house that got arrested.
Yeah. So they had files on them. They had all sorts of pictures on Franklin, and I feel, well, that is what's going to happen. That's why he ended up hitting Franklin at the end of the episode, right? Because he needs to
find out who this kid is,
and he see that he sells drugs, but he needs to get the drugs to him safely. And you can't just walk up to a black kid and be like, "Hey, you want to buy some drugs?" Yeah, that doesn't work.
Right.
So, yeah.
But he's also been working with the third set of characters, Gustavo and Lucia. He's been selling to them too. So, but something happened with their shipment, their last shipment. Yeah. And it's because he didn't have a pilot, I want to say.
Right. So, I mean, he's not going to admit that. But, yeah, that's where that pretty much, kind of was going with that relationship. So, they also had, that was pretty much it for Teddy.
Yeah, no, everything, I feel like since it's the premiere episode, it was just kind of trying to catch people up on the characters and set them on the course for the season.
Lucia, well, one thing happened. One, Pedro showed up. Pedro was missing for 4 months after the season finale.
Right, where
she
Lucia
pretty much has
the
whole family murdered. And, Pedro was sent home. So, they hadn't seen or heard from Pedro since then. And they're kind of worried about what his motivations are going to be after that, which we have no clue what he's going to do. Right. He just shows up, and then when he sees Lucia, he sees Gustavo. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with that, because Pedro, he's crazy, in my opinion, and he was doing the drugs, so, you can't necessarily trust people like that.
Right.
So, yeah, he was, yeah.
But pretty much the other stuff that's going on with Lucia and Gustavo, since she had Gustavo's friends kill her family last season, their front business is
farmers market, basically.
Farmers market, and they bring the vegetables from their farms in Mexico along with their drugs underneath, and they sell the fruit and vegetables wholesale. They sell their drugs wholesale, but they break theirs down. But
they're selling crack out of it.
Yeah, well, right now they're selling cocaine, but Lucia has discovered crack and she wants to start selling it because she's like, this is the next big thing. So she went to
a junkyard,
some guys, and whoever they work for, which is this lady who was dressed real fly for 80s fly, and real attitudinal. And so she comes and she's talking to Lucia, like, okay, how your operation work? And she was talking about marijuana, and then Lucia was like, I thought we were talking about this new drug venture. And she was like, I'm talking about what I want, in so many words. And but pretty much she's like, look, crack is the next big thing. It's already taken off in other places.
Right, it'll take off without us.
It's gonna take off with or without us, but I want to be ahead of the thing.
I want to power Latinas everywhere.
Right. I want Mexicans to get respect in America and all of that type of stuff. The other thing that happened pertinent with Lucia is whenever she first went to the junkyard, talked to the guys, she said this is the next big thing, brought them a sample, and they were like, well, if it's that good, you take some. So she took a hit off of it and damn near passed out.
Yeah.
And
that's
it's like,
come back to haunt her.
I'm sure, like, I feel like with her and Franklin's friend, like, at this point, we haven't seen no hints of him getting, addicted to it or whatever. But I feel like at some point, the people who have taken hits off of it is going to call back to them.
Right. And she basically, in order to secure the bag, she pretty much told her, like, I'll front you my whole stock. Like,
I'll take all the financial risk. Because I know that this is gonna be the big thing, like, so.
Yeah, so
she's right,
and
as we know.
We're gonna see. I'm pretty sure that's gonna play out very well at first for her, and we'll see what Pedro has to do or say about this, because that's pretty much what's gonna be the ranch and their whole operation, in my opinion. You know, is Pedro. As far as like where the rest of it is going, that's pretty much what happens for the story. I think Franklin is gonna use Teddy as his new connect because he got to get the drugs from somewhere. So I feel like, of course, Teddy is he's gonna make a deal with the damn CIA, you know.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be kind of funny because that's the interaction that we haven't seen yet.
Right.
So I do want to see where that goes. I do want to know if this really ever gets out of jail. They have him on a weapons charge too, right?
Yeah, they got him on a whole
bunch.
Him
So
and his whole crew on a whole bunch
he
of
might
stuff.
not
He
be
might not never come out.
Yeah.
But side note, Franklin from last season to now, he ain't got no booty. I'm concerned. I don't know why that is bothering me. I feel like everybody around him getting it, but he ain't. So yeah.
All right, you guys. I know this was kind of a short review, but we just wanted to recap exactly what happened. Just give a few thoughts.
I mean, I feel like the season is going to go on an incline, but like, you know how
this was a soft premiere. Like it was,
we gotta wrap up some old stuff, give you some new stuff.
I feel like in the next episode it's gonna kick in. The end of the episode is what kicked in the motion of what to be excited for.
Right, really because the ending scenes for each person. I mean, Franklin and oh boy, theirs collide, so that's a thing. And then Lucille with her cousin showing up, that's another thing. So everybody's like on a cliffhanger. So what we gonna do next? Right.
If you like this review,
give
us a thumb up. Share this with a friend. If you hate these reviews, share them with an enemy. I'm the Couch Potato.
And I'm Sweet Potato.
And what other shows do you think we should check out or review?
Yeah, I got something in mind. We're gonna run it by y'all in future videos.
Be on the lookout for this Equalizer 2 review. We're gonna go see that and give y'all a review and tell you what we think about Denzel's first sequel in history. Yeah. Stay tuned for Power on Sunday as well. Make sure you check that out. And thanks to everybody that helped us get all those views. We really, really appreciate it. And make sure you comment on this video. Let us know what was your favorite part about this video. Y'all can talk to us about last season because it's fresh on our minds. Right. We definitely will talk to you about last season. Last season messed me up at some point. So, I'm still reeling. Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm the Couch Potato again. I'm Sweet Potato again. We out.